What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so this could be a pretty quick video. I just want to make a point about something when it comes to politics. So, of course, the news of the day is that President Trump, among many different pardons and commutations, has commuted the life sentence of Larry Hoover. Larry Hoover, of course, is the founder of the Black Disciples, which is a notorious Chicago street gang. And Larry Hoover was also a businessman. He could be extraordinarily ruthless. But amongst the things that he did, and he did some things and were involved with some things that were bad. But he also did some good for his community. And it always flummoxed me how America has this romanticization when it comes to the mob, right? Even though they do horrible things. But you'll hear people say, well, but they were a people of honor, and they did what they had to do, and they didn't have any other options. But for some reason, the most downtrodden group of people in this country who have been historically shut out from the American dream, somehow when they decide to do something similar, you never see any silver lining in that dark cloud of despair. But anyway, hate to go on a rant about that, but his sentence was commuted by President Trump. Also, as you can see right here, NBA Youngboy received an official pardon. I think with him, it was some gun charges that had been levied against him. I think he started serving his sentence back in December. So I think it was a 10-year prison sentence for him. So he has won his freedom. All right. Now, President Trump has a history of pardoning rappers. Excuse me for my poor memory in this situation, because I don't be knowing the names of some of these dudes, man. Or if I do, I forget them. I believe he pardoned Lil Wayne, and it was another rapper that he pardoned whose name escapes me right now. Kodak Black, I think it was. Kodak Black was the other one. So he has a history of pardoning rappers, right? So I see a lot of people bragging about this on social media. So this proves Trump isn't a racist, et cetera, et cetera. My thoughts on this is, well, to me, these things are nothing but mere symbolism, okay? Now, it's good for these individuals that Trump has done this for them, okay? But I have to also believe that in some of these instances, it comes from a uh, individuals who have been campaigning for the commuting of sentence or the pardoning of these individuals for quite some time. I know, if I remember correctly, Kanye West was a guy that has for years, um, even when Trump was president the first time, for years have been requesting that Trump consider pardoning or commuting the sentence of Larry Hoover. And I can't help but think also, knowing how Trump rolls, that some of this is these pardons are being bought. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to be talked about, but some of these pardons I think are being bought, and that I think also introduces the possibility of a pardon for Diddy in the event that he's convicted. I'm just saying, don't be surprised by that. But I say all that also to say this too. I can't help but think that he's doing some of this so that he could have the most maximum deniability on charges of being a racist or a WS in the event that Derek Chauvin gets pardoned. Because remember, that was something that was being talked about a lot on social media recently. That Derek Chauvin, the cop that unalived George Floyd, which incidentally the 5-year anniversary of his passing was just a couple of days ago, that was a big thing that was starting to snowball. And I'm just saying, when you look at the history of this country, whenever we get a little break on anything, symbolism or not, whenever something happens, it comes back to bite us in the ass. So now they're going to be like, oh, well, you can't say Trump is a racist. What are you talking about? He just commuted the sentence of Larry Hoover. He just pardoned the NBA Youngboy. Know what he did for Lil Wayne? What are you talking about? It's all in your head. Well, you know what I'm saying? Those rappers are rappers, entertainers, okay? Larry Hoover was somebody that, for all of the things that he did that were wrong morally, right? There were things that he did for his community that doesn't get talked about by the mainstream media. Chauvin, on the other hand, I would argue, was a catalyst for a lot of what's gone wrong in society since 2020, because he pretty much helped to create open season on us as black men. He was the one where you started off seeing more and more people getting bolder and bolder, not just talking ish to us or talking crazy to us, but putting their hands on us, especially police officers. Because remember, that came right at the tail end of the Black Lives Matter movement before it was hijacked and became something stupid. I'm just saying, if he does pardon Derek Chauvin, he is a symbol to them. And if that happens, best believe it's going to be open season on us again, even more so. Even more so. So I'm just saying, don't be surprised if that happens.